Hey guys, welcome to Muscle Memory. My name's Malcolm. Now, I have a very special guest, and I'm honestly a little concerned for him as well. He's taking on AJ Francis on January 9th in Dayton, Ohio at Wrestling Revolver. Get your tickets at WrestlingRevolver.com or RevolverTickets.com, and it'll be live on Triller TV. BDE, why?
Why what? Why what?
Dude, I don't know if this is a good idea. I'll be
Why?
honest.
Like I'm not afraid of anybody. His blood is red just like mine. I'm not afraid of anybody.
I understand. Nope, I've been there. I've been there, but
Yeah, I was about to say you faced him before.
I get it. No, this is why I'm like concerned for you a little bit. Like, I don't know if this is a good idea, bro. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. First, how are you, man?
Hey, I'm good. I like I was telling you before, I'm a little banged up, but we got back up, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, so at Revolver, he kind of beat you up a little bit. Are you feeling any kind of nerves going into this now? It's like, did I maybe overshoot what I'm doing right now, my first debut wrestling match against AJ?
No nerves, but I came to the realization that I may have underestimated him just a tad, just a tad. I said before that he didn't really know what to expect coming from me since I've never had a match. I've studied his clips, I know what to expect going into an AJ match, but he doesn't know what to expect from me. But I was wrong with that because I went for the RKO again, but he was able to catch me and choke slam me. So I had to go back to the drawing board a little bit. But that doesn't change the fact that on January 9th, I'm still going to walk out with the W.
I'm not going to ask you how you're going to beat AJ because I know you're going to keep that to yourself because obviously, he's a big man. He probably watches everything. He's actually very tapped into social media because he
He
keeps
is.
interacting with everyone that does social media and apparently beating them up too. Why do you believe that you should have your debut match against AJ Francis? Because I see it like this, right? When a boxer is making their professional debut, they've already had like 200 amateur fights. They don't just get in there with a pro. They don't get in there with a heavyweight. Why do you feel like you can get in the ring with AJ?
I've been an underdog my whole life. And when it comes to, starting my YouTube career, there was a lot of doubters, a lot of teachers, a lot of friends who were like, oh, maybe you should do something else. Maybe this, maybe that. I thrive under pressure. And this is no different. I'm an underdog going in, and I like it like that.
But like, I don't know if you get this, dog. Like, he's a big boy. Like, I've never stood next to someone that made me feel very normal sized. And like, he's a big boy. And like, I say this in all due respect as your friend, as someone who actually like appreciates your content and whatnot. I get you got a million subscribers. You're a very successful guy. A million subs, a silver play, a gold play button does not mean you have a silver bullet for a silverback gorilla. Do you really believe in your heart that you can actually beat AJ Francis?
I do. I do believe that I could beat AJ Francis because, he may be bigger. He does have the size advantage, but that's where my speed comes into play. That's where my analytical brain for YouTube, as we might say, comes into play. I'm a big fan of chess, so you always have to stay two steps ahead, and I feel like I'm two steps ahead right now.
Are you one of those guys that has like a chess app on their phone and just plays randomly? I
I
know a
got the
lot of people
chess
like that.
app. I got Harry Potter chess at the crib. It don't matter what kind of chess it is.
Okay, okay. Now let's talk about like your athletic background. Do you have any like an athletic background going into this wrestling match? Obviously, I know you were training and whatnot, like or you're still training at least. What's like your athletic background in general? Did you play sports growing up? What's the whole deal?
Yeah, I played basketball, a little bit of football, tennis just for fun. I have like a athletic background. Like a lot of people say that I can't sit down. Like I'm always up doing something. So yeah, I would say I have a pretty athletic background for sure.
Okay, so like when you were younger and you played football, do you realize nowadays you're about to step in the ring with an NFL lineman and you are confident that you're going to beat him. I want to list off some of his accomplishments so you just understand this, right? So he did 6 years in the NFL as a lineman. That means someone that is purposely made to run over people. He's a former TNA digital media champion. You know you were there for that. He just
Mhm.
challenged for the world title. He was in the WWE. I'm just trying to figure out why a YouTuber, and trust me, I thought this too, and it didn't work out. Why can a YouTuber beat someone with that kind of accomplishments?
Why not? That's my answer to that. Why not? Like I've been training. Obviously, he has a lot more experience under his belt. He knows like the small things to look out for. And like I said in my promo, like this isn't going to be easy for me, but that doesn't mean he's going to be able to walk right over me either.
Okay, okay. So let's talk about what happens post AJ Francis match. Win or lose, hopefully it's a win. I'm hoping that you are able to beat this man. But that's a big boy. But what's like the wrestling goal for Brandon Collins, I should say, or BDE? Like, do you want to be a pro wrestler going forward, or is this like a one and done kind of scenario?
I definitely want to be a pro wrestler after this. Like this is just the first. I want to keep wrestling. If there's any indication to how much I take this seriously from that bump that I took outside of the ring, yeah, I take this extremely seriously. My goal, truthfully, is just to make it to the WWE. That's my goal.
Okay, I think you're like the first person to actually really say it. Like, you actually want to go to the WWE. I mean, that's amazing, man. I hope it does happen. But like, what kind of steps are you taking after this AJ match? Are you going to continue on the independent circuit? Do you have like a certain way that you feel like you're going to get to WWE? What's like your path to that company?
Truthfully, I just want to do as much on the independence as I can before that kind of opportunity comes my way. I'm not closed off to any company. Of course, Sammy Callahan and Ace Austin are the ones training me right now. So I do have my loyalties to Wrestling Revolver. But my boys are also in DPW. I just realized I'm wearing the merch right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, all those guys over there, those are my genuine friends. So I would definitely love to wrestle in DPW as well. But like I said, my options are open.
You said Ace Austin's your trainer, correct?
Yes, Ace and Sammy.
Amazing, amazing. Is he giving you any kind of like notes to look out for in wrestling AJ? Because he just wrestled AJ and just lost. So like, does he have any advice for you going into a match like that?
That's a great question that I'm going to ask him next time I go into training. That is a fantastic question. I definitely will be asking him that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe ask him what it felt like to lose to him. That's a hard loss, man. It's a really big boy. I keep saying it because I'm like, I don't think you get it, bro. Like,
I
he
mean, AJ did
aggressive
cheat to
man.
win when he beat Ace Austin. That's all I'm going to say. He did cheat.
I mean, I get it, but I just feel like he probably didn't need to cheat. He probably just wanted to because he's a big jerk.
I don't know.
Like,
Have you
like
seen the thighs on that man, Ace Austin? Have you seen
he
have you
he big
seen
though.
it?
He big.
He
He's
got tree
big.
trunks.
That's true. That's true. What are like some dream opponents for you, Brandon? Like, who do you want to wrestle on Independence that people are really going to come out to go see?
I mean, truthfully, I want to have an exhibition against my boy Chris Danger. I mean, everybody knows it. Like it goes way back. Chris Danger, Speedball, of course. Him and Speedball just had a crazy match. Honestly, Myron Reed, that's another great one. Like I want to get some exhibitions under my belt. I just want to have some fun out there after this AJ match. I just want to get some reps in front of the crowd because this will be my first match. So that's really just what I'm looking for. I want to have some fun out there.
Amazing, man. Now, by the time this is up, an interview with Chris Danger is also going to be up on his YouTube channel. And I asked him who wins between you and Chris Danger, and he said himself. Now,
I don't know about that. I don't know.
yeah, and I was going to ask you, like, who wins between BDE and Chris Danger?
I guess the real answer will come after I beat AJ Francis, but I'm gonna bet on myself, of course. Come on.
Okay,
Chris, I
okay.
love you. You're my boy, but I gotta bet on myself.
I respect that. I respect that. Let's talk about YouTube channel a little bit, man. I mean, you broke 1 million subscribers. That is amazing. You're probably way past 1 million by now. What does it mean to you to have a channel that one of the few in wrestling that actually have broken 1 million subscribers?
Man, it's surreal. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes I have a little bit of imposter syndrome when it comes to it because I'm still me. I'm still just a normal dude who just likes wrestling. So I understand the gravity that comes with it, but I don't take it for granted either. In 2025, we have some crazy things in store next year. We got some crazy things in store for YouTube, for the YouTube channel specifically.
Okay. What kind of stuff can you tell us? Is there anything in particular you can drop?
No, nothing is set in stone, but we're getting to that point where it's almost set in stone. That's really all I could say.
Okay. Royal Rumble appearances. That's what it probably is, right?
I hope
Royal
so.
Rumble. I
Please.
see what the people say online. I mean, everyone wants to see you in the Royal Rumble. Like, can we see you win it?
I hope so. If not this year, I hope next year, 2026. I mean, that would be awesome.
Awesome, man. Who are like some wrestling YouTubers that you watch nowadays? Like, or do you even watch wrestling YouTubers anymore? Because
Oh
like you
yeah.
make your content, you watch the actual product probably, and then it's like, all right, I don't need anything else right now.
No, I watch everybody. I think I feel like Chris may be also be able to resonate with this. I feel like when you are a creator who does have a million, you kind of like stay in tune with everybody. And like these people are my friends as well. So I do genuinely watch just because we're our friends. But a lot of people like, obviously my Vibe guys, come on, those are my boys. But Murph's, I love his content. I watch a lot of news. And of course, I watch a lot of your interviews, a lot of Chris Van Vliet's interviews. Yeah.
I would say mine are way better than Family. Yeah,
I can't pick between my boys.
no, you can definitely pick. It's definitely me. It's fine. We love Chris on the side, but we know where it actually is. How can wrestling YouTubers actually find their way to growing to 1 million subscribers if they haven't already? Like, obviously, it's probably everyone's goal is to get to 1 million. But in your opinion, in your journey, what does it take to actually make it to 1 million subscribers?
I feel like I could give a lot of the same answers that you'll always hear of like be consistent and all this, that, and that, all the stuff you always hear. But I genuinely feel like for me and my growth, I feel like staying authentic to myself is what helped me a lot. Like if there's say a wrestler I don't like per se, I'm not afraid to say it. Or if there's a match I didn't like, I'm not afraid to, voice my opinions on it. Because a lot of the time, like if I have feedback and it's constructive, I make sure that it's constructive and not just like hating on somebody for no reason. So I feel like as long as you're authentic to yourself, but you're not being overly negative, I feel like that's one thing that people will be able to see through the screen, if that makes sense. So just be
Awesome.
authentic to yourself.
No, certainly, man. And like even seeing like your Vibe guys that also have like grown as well, like through doing your guys' podcast and your channel and whatnot, and they're all separate social medias. What do you make of their growth and their success? Because like Jaron, Aaron, Brent, they're all doing amazing things as well.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. They're all doing their own things, and that's one thing I do love about the group. Like, Brent doing content and wrestling, because he wrestles on Revolver as well. Jaron is so dedicated to his solo channel and to Vibe. Same with Aaron. Like he pushes hard for Vibe. Aaron is probably the biggest supporter of Vibe out of all of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's great being around people who just want to win.
No, certainly. Who makes their debut after you, Jaron or Aaron?
That's tough. I might. I don't even know if I could say it. I'll say it. Aaron's hurt right now. So if anyone would be able to, I'd say Jaron.
Okay, definitely. Will you guys all become like a group? Because I know Brent kind of does his own thing. He has his own tag team and whatnot. Would you guys actually become like a whole group, a faction?
I would love that. I would love if Brent's group, Alpha Sigma Sigma, like came together with Vibe because we're all boys, and stuff. So that would be awesome.
Amazing, man. Now I'm gonna give you two more questions before we start to wrap this up. Who is your tribal chief, Roman Reigns or Solo Sikoa?
I'm not gonna lie. I've been loving the and the love. I love you, Solo. But come on, Roman Reigns. That's the OG. That's the OG right there.
Okay. It's okay to be wrong. So why do you feel like you're wrong about that? Because like that just felt like a little off because it felt like you're kind of leaning a little towards Solo and then you kind of pulled the rug. So why is it actually Solo?
Well, it's not Solo. So, Solo's been doing great. I've been loving the work, but let me tell you, it's the OG, the OTC, Roman Reigns. That's the GOAT right there. You better acknowledge him. Don't be like that. Look, I know Jacob over there. I know that's your dog, but it's the OG. Come on.
Wrong. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever. Brandon, since you're now a wrestler, I feel like now I can ask you the question because wrestlers love Waffle House. BDE, what's your Waffle House order?
I've been waiting for you to ask me this. Let me tell you. And my Waffle House order is so simple. All right. 3 scrambled eggs or 4, depending on how I'm feeling. 3 or 4 scrambled eggs, a lot of bacon. I need my hash browns. And that is literally it. If I'm feeling crazy, I might get some waffles too, but some OJ on the side, that's it. But I like a lot of food. I just want a big ass plate of the 3 simple things right there. Maybe some fruit, maybe.
How many pieces of bacon are we talking about? Are we talking like 3 or are we talking like 16?
I don't think I'd be able to finish 16, so I'll say 3. I'll say 3.
Okay, I respect that. All right, I know you have a big match coming up, so I want you to be able to plug in and whatnot. Tell us where they can find your match, why you think you're going to win. Hey, man, I hope you can. Everything. Plug yourself.
All right, me versus AJ Francis, Pro Wrestling Revolver in Dayton, January 9th, Calumet Center. You can find it on Triller TV as well if you're at home. And I'm going to win because he's still underestimating me. I got something to learn from. I went for the RKO twice. I did the same move twice. So we got to change it up a little bit. But that doesn't change the fact that he's still underestimating me. He's still calling me a YouTuber. He has not acknowledged that I'm a wrestler yet.
Ooh, okay, okay. Wait, bonus question. What is the finisher? Is it RKO or do you have a different move in your belt?
I have a different move in my belt, but I feel like my audience already knows what it is. Nia Glory. Come on, all day, every day.
Right?
If
Okay.
you're unfamiliar with the Nia Glory, think of Brian Danielson's running knee.
Ooh, okay. All right, well, I'm looking forward to it, man. I wish I could be out there, but I'm definitely gonna be watching on Triller TV. It's gonna be exciting. Guys, my name is Malcolm. This is Muscle Memory and Rap.
We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like our muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like our muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. Hey.